Hello, how are you? I want you to like this page and share it. Like it and share it. Got a message for you today. Like it and share it. All right. It's very important that we do this because I don't know about you, but I'm tired. Oh my God. I'm exhausted. I've got to unplug. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to hear anything. No, no, no. I just want to hear about my dream. That's all I want to hear about. I want to get back on page one about me and my dream and my audience and the people that I'm supposed to motivate and inspire. I want you to think about your goals and dreams right now. And I want to use a metaphor, what we're going through right now. You know, one of the biggest things that keep most people from achieving their goals is being able to refocus, to get on point. I want you to like this page and share it, like it and share it. And one of the things I noticed that when I wasn't on purpose, when I wasn't doing that which I was supposed to do, whatever else I was focused on, it was exhausting. Can you feel me up in here? It was exhausting. And now it's time to get back to you. Life goes on. I'll never forget, this is an unusual example. When I was in the car, riding behind a hearse that was carrying my mother's body. And when they were slowing down for traffic and I saw people laughing and talking and enjoying themselves. And for a moment I asked myself, how could they be laughing and talking? Don't they know my mother died? How could they be so caught up in their stuff? And as we moved through the light, I heard this voice. Life goes on. Life goes on. Regardless of what's happening in our lives, regardless of what happened to the people that we love, life goes on. And once we know that, you know, there's a song, Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. Oh, you can't handle the voice, baby. So getting back on track, focusing on where you're going and what it is you want to do, getting clarity of the direction that you're taking your life and your dreams, spending the majority of your time and energy and improving you and your situation. Because this place where we are right now, it's a serious place. And it requires serious focus and effort and concentration to carve out the kind of life that you want for yourself. There's a reckoning that's going on, and America has shown its true colors. And so those who will be able to rise above the fear, to rise above all of the things that are stacked against us, are the people that keep the main thing, the main thing. When you have a goal and dream, something you want to do, there will be interruptions. Things are going to happen that you cannot begin to anticipate will happen. And what's most important is that you have to discipline yourself to keep the main thing, the main thing. And most people won't do that. Most people will get so caught up in what's happening to them, as opposed to what is it that they can do that will move their life forward. It's hypnotic. It's easy to get sucked in by the adversities, by the negative energy. It has a certain level of magnetism to capture your attention. And so not to look back, but to press forward, reaching higher to that higher calling on your life. That's the mandate. That's the mantra. Leaving those things which are behind, reaching forth unto those things which are before. That's what we have to do. So what? Now what? Will Jackson, he wrote a book. He's out of Atlanta. Brother, he can write, he can sing, and handsome, dynamic brother. And he wrote a book called Life Happens. Boy, how true. Life happens. Life happens. And sometimes we become so deluded, we forget that. For some reason, somehow, we allow ourselves to step in fantasy land as if bad things are not going to happen. Oh, life is full of bad things, tough decisions, tragedies, hurtful things. It's full of it. And the key to it, once we know that, now you won't get caught by surprise. That's why Viktor Frankl, he called this thing called life unavoidable suffering. It's suffering you can't get around because things happen to you and things happen to the people that you care about. There's some things that we can control, some things we can't control. We just do what we can and have the faith. All things work together for good for those who love God and for those who are called according to his purpose. Have the faith, once we've given it everything we have, that we will get through this. Being negative, toxic, not being mindful of what we say, but being very mindful that what we think, because we can't control the thoughts that come in our minds, but we can control the thoughts that we dwell on. And the words that we speak. I was talking to my sister this morning on the telephone, and she said, oh, my leg is killing me. I said, no, Margaret Ann, don't say that. She said, why not? I said, no. Thou shalt decree a thing that shall be established unto you. Don't say your leg is killing you. Just say, hey, my leg hurt. You don't want to claim that. My leg is, no, just say cancel that. See, if you find yourself unconsciously speaking something negative about yourself, about your life, about some situation that you're dealing with, I'll never forget. I know the power of this. You hear me? I learned the hard way. I was being escorted through Manhattan in a limousine after leaving my apartment where King World had paid $7,500 a month lease for me to stay in that apartment. And when I walked into the studio and saw my name and saw where people were seated, I'd been paid $5 million to do a talk show. And I said, this is too good to be true. Something is bound to happen. And it did. I spoke death on my dream. Oh, I learned the hard way. And it didn't take long. Your words are powerful. In the beginning was the word. Death and life is in the tongue. Just listen to that. Death and life is in the tongue. Why would the book of life say death and life is in the tongue? Because we speak more death unthinkingly than we speak life. You want to change your life? First, monitor what you're thinking, what's in your head. And put some positive things in there, just like you're listening to me right now. We can't control the thoughts that come in our mind, but we can control the thoughts that we dwell on. If we make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to dwell on thoughts that will empower us, on thoughts that will lift us up, on thoughts that will help us to begin to get a different view of life. But most people don't do that. Most people allow their minds to be programmed by life. That's why we're taught, be ye not conformed to this world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Why? Because most people are copycats. They follow the follower. And because they don't harness their minds. They don't take charge of their mind. They don't train their minds to serve them. And I was among that group. They end up living a life of mediocrity, a small life, a life of victimhood. You can't hold a person down who's willing to learn. Person who's not willing to learn, can't help them. But a person who's willing to learn, you can't stop them. And I just looked at where I was in Liberty City and Overtown. I looked at my relationships. I looked at where I was. I looked at myself. And I said, I can do better than this. And I realized that the life that I had created, wherever you find yourself at some point in time, you made an appointment to be there. As I continued to upgrade my thinking, as I studied, as I became more aware of myself, I was able to extract myself from that environment. It no longer fit, but for a period of time, it was very comfortable. It didn't bother me, because what you get in life, what you achieve in life, is a reflection of what you believe unconsciously that you deserve. And when you get to the place where you say, this doesn't work for me. No, this is not me. See, you were born to win. You have greatness in you. You have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. But when you're born in a culture that everywhere you turn, it is designed to diminish yourself, your sense of self, to marginalize you, to demonize you, to dismiss you, you unconsciously fall in line. But sometimes something can happen and you say, this doesn't work anymore. Now, some people, that never happens to them. It happens, but they just ignore it. But there's something in you, in your heart of hearts, that says, this is not it. This is not it. I can do better than this. And now that awareness, that expanded sense of self creates a hunger in you for something different. And you can have family members and friends who they're just quite fine with life as it is. They're fine. And that's none of your business. Don't criticize them. That's none of your business. Answer the call on your life. And that's what I did. I like to travel, so I travel. I like talking to people, motivating people, inspiring people. I don't like somebody telling me when I can go on vacation, asking for permission, or somebody determine how much I'm worth an hour. I didn't like that. How long my lunch break will be. I'm a grown person. I got to come to you and ask you, when could I go on vacation? How long do I have for a lunch break? Well, that's just the way it is. I want you to write this down. Step out of line. Yeah. Be ye not conformed to this world. That's the operative word there. Conform. It happens unconsciously. Conform. It happens without thinking. Conform. You just do it. You don't even think about it. You just do it. Why? Because everybody else is doing it. I remember a friend of mine, and we were together, and we had a group called the Party Boys, and everybody was taking a hit of a bottle of wine. And some were shooting up with heroin. I remember one of my friends, he had me to hold this rubber device to make his veins pop out and hit that vein, make it pop out, and then he would inject himself with the heroin, and then he'd go. And next person standing behind me said, "You next?" And I said, "No." Then somebody else said, "Hey, I'm next." "Yeah, I'm ready. Come on. Yeah, I'm ready. Give me a hit. Give me a hit." Boom. Yeah. Start nodding from that heroin. Oh, both of them gone. Both of them gone. Both of them gone. Out of here. Why? I don't know if they saw a commercial say, if you do heroin, you become very successful in life. I don't know. I never saw that infomercial. I never saw that public service announcement. What I saw that if you do heroin, you get strung out. What I saw, if you do heroin, you live a life of destruction. You'll get addicted. What I saw, you'll steal from your mama to get your drugs. That's what I saw. But they didn't see what I saw. And I saw guys here. We're all in the same group and had the same option to say yes or no. And that life of being a drug addict, that was available to me if that's what I wanted to choose. Choose ye this day whom ye shall serve. The highest that is in you or the lowest that is in you. Ask a young man that I was talking to who has been strung out on crack. I said, "Hey, what was the day that you got strung out?" He said, "Man, everybody around me was doing it." I said, "Oh, did anybody make you do it?" "No, I guess I got caught up." No. You don't have to guess. You decided, I'm going to make a decision that does not represent the highest in me. You decided that even though I have 8 children that I'm not taking care of, I just see women as a receptacle for my orgasms. You decided that you're going to throw your life away for crack. When you look in the mirror, you should have contempt for who's looking back at you. Because now you're no good to yourself or those 8 children that you have. Don't tell me about the man. Tell me about the man in the mirror. You look at your life. Here's what I know. You're stronger than anything that you're facing. Anything. And when you harness your will, when you retrain your thinking, when you jump out of line, when you decide to become an independent thinker, when you make decisions, see, if you just do 2 or 3 things well, listen to me. If you do 2 or 3 things well and just make decisions not to do a variety of things wrong, like following the crowd, like doing drugs, like drinking and partying and wasting valuable time. If you decided not to do a lot of things wrong, you can make it in this thing called life. I'm reminded of Booker T. Washington tells a story about some people who were at sea and they saw a ship near them. And they sent out an SOS saying, we're dying of thirst. We need help. We're dying of thirst. And response came back, drop your buckets where you are. You're sailing in fresh water. That there are people who are dying of thirst for a new life. And all they have to do is drop their buckets where they are. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, his righteousness, and all these things that you want will be added unto you. Go within, use what you've got. Bet on you. You are the money. You are gold mine. Develop yourself. Become disciplined and determined. And use what you have. And you can sail. But if you're looking outside of yourself for that which is inside of you, nobody's going to rescue you. The most dependable hand in the world is the one at the end of your wrist. Don't overpower losing your home, being foreclosed on. I've been there, done that, bought that t-shirt, and people who my neighbors thought were my friends, they stole my stuff when I wasn't looking. You want to find out who your friends are? Get down on your luck. Remember that song, Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out? That's real. People I loaned money to, they stopped taking my phone calls. When I got sick, listen to me, when that was, this ain't funny, but it's real. When I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, let me tell you something. People who owed me money, they didn't call. They didn't visit. They were asking, is he still here? Because people don't pay dead people money. And when I heard, oh, he's back, he kicked cancer's butt. Oh, hello. Let me tell you something. Oh my God. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. And so this place where we are right now, bet on you. This place where we are right now, look at yourself and ask yourself the question, what are the behaviors and the habits that I have right now that's a liability to me, that I need to let go of, or they're going to drag me down? What is it that I need to do as I look at where I'm going and what I want to do and what I want to create? What part of myself do I need to develop? What relationships do I need to separate myself from? And who is it that I can learn from and I need to spend more time with because I'm growing mentally and emotionally and spiritually and financially? It's time for assessment, to get serious. Because if there's nothing else, let me tell you something, if there's nothing else that we know during this time, trust me on this. Going forward, things are going to be ugly. And the people that are going to rise above it, the people that are going to make it against the odds, the people that are focused on maximizing their potential and developing their greatness and developing strategic relationships and increasing their skills are the people that will make it in spite of the systemic racism, in spite of the bigotry, in spite of those who are emboldened and coming for us. The people who make it in spite of the opposition, the odds. Dexter Yeager said, When the dream is big enough, the odds don't matter. When I decided I was going to buy my mother a home, I didn't think about the odds. I didn't think about the fact that I don't have an MBA or a PhD. I was busy working on an MBA of my version, a mega bank account. That's the MBA I was working on. And as you look at yourself, ask yourself the question. I'm here because of God's grace and mercy, not because of our own doing. Ask yourself the question, what is it I need to do differently to produce a different kind of income in my life, to produce the next greatest version of myself? Because it's there waiting for you to call it forth. You forget about the adversities. You forget about the things that are against you, and they will have no power over you. You will find a way to win. This is a time having a spirit of optimism. Negative people look at opportunities and all they will see will be the obstacles. But people that are positive face with obstacles and all type of barriers, and all they will see will be the opportunities. You have something special. You know why you listen to me? Because you know. I'm telling you what you already know. Common sense, but not common knowing. You have greatness in you. That's why. People who are mediocre, they don't listen to me. They know I'm an assassin. I'll kill every mediocre demon in them. But you know who I am. And that's why my message resonates with you. You're not cut from the same cloth. We are branches of the same tree. You've been through some stuff. You might be in some stuff right now. And as I say, you are greater than your circumstances. That's an affirmation where you say to yourself in your heart of hearts, where your heart is, there your treasure is also. You got that right. Yeah. Come on, talk to me. I understand, my brother. Life knocked me down, trying to land on my back because I can look up, I can get up. You got that right. Yeah, your boy Willie Jolly. Yeah, a setback is a setup for a comeback. Yeah, you got that right. I got comeback power. Oh, yeah. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. Yes. I'm not a loser. Yes. This will not get the best of me. Yes. I'm saying yes to my life. Yes to my dream. This thing called life. It's serious. And you got to look at stuff that empower you. I had to turn television off. I said, this is too exhausting. I'm getting up in the middle of the night looking like I'm running for office. What's going on? Excuse me? Excuse me, what? You voted, you helped to get the vote out. Why are you keeping tabs? Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Whatever happens, whosoever wins, you are going to be all right. Stop stressing yourself out. Stop losing sleep. Come on now, get back into your game, get back into your life, and shut out the noise, shut out all the stuff that does not serve you, anything that's stressing you out. God is still in control up in here, as quiet as it's kept. Hey, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. Don't you make me go there, hit my John Legend note, because you can't handle it. Can they, Tyrone? No. You have something special. You have greatness in you. And as I speak that which you are aware of, here's something I want to drill deep on for just a minute. If you don't go after what you want, if you don't discipline yourself to put in the time and energy to create an exit plan to the life, to the relationships, and to the behaviors that don't represent the highest that is in you. You got to have an exit plan. A friend of mine, she when I met her, she was sleeping in a garage. She left. She had life has pushed an exit plan on her. She didn't just wake up in a moment of enlightenment. She was in a domestic abusive relationship. And one night when her pastor husband came home and was beating her, and her children got in harm's way trying to stop him. Stop, don't hit my mama, stop. And he slung them all over the house. And she was half dazed, and she looked and saw her 6-year-old and 9-year-old and 5-year-old being thrown on furniture and hit by their father, who's in a drunken, abusive rage. And she said to herself, I'm not going to take this any longer. And when he got exhausted and went to sleep, with just a gown on, with blood on her, she went over, got the kids together, 4 blocks, and asked a friend, can I stay in the house? I got to get my kids out of this. I can't do this anymore. It's one thing when he beat me, but how he treated our children. I don't want them to live this kind of life anymore. Can you help me? And this lady said, yes, and asked her husband, is it okay that she and the children come just for a few days for her to get herself together? And he said, yeah, but they have to stay out in the garage. Yeah, in case he comes, she'd be in the garage. In case he figure out what friend she went to, she'd be in the garage with her kids. Just tell them to be quiet. And she stayed there for a short period of time to get herself together, to get back on her feet. And from that time to this time, she built a new life for herself. From that time, she never took his phone calls. From that time, when she left, she never looked back. From that time, all of the text messages and efforts that he wanted to say, anybody to know, tell her I'm sorry, I won't do it anymore. From that time, she never ever communicated with that Slav anymore. No. She left that behind, never looked back. And from that time to this time, she now is an author. She now is a speaker. She's generated over $9 million living her dreams. She wrote a book called Love Shouldn't Hurt. Sometimes you don't know how toxic and debilitating a relationship can be until you get away from it. Has that ever happened to you? You don't even know how heavy it is until you get out from under it and you say, my God, I had no idea. You know why you had no idea? Because you got conditioned to it. You got used to it. That's why you had no idea. It became all right. You kept lowering the bar for what you deserve from your relationship, lowering the bar from what you deserve from life, lowering the bar in your own vision of yourself. But life has Those moments, awakenings, those moments where you wake up. Whoa, wait, hold it. Mm-mm. A friend of mine, she was in my training and she'd lost herself and she looked in the mirror and she asked the question, who you be? Who you be? The life that she was living was not her. Who you be? She was talking to herself. Who you be? Who are you be? Who is this person looking back at me? You're a stranger to me. I was not raised like this. This is not the kind of life that I envisioned for myself. I didn't come out of this kind of household. Who are you being? And sometimes we have to ask ourselves that. Who are you being? Be ye not conformed to this world. What have I given permission to be a part of my life? Wherever you find yourself at some point in time, you made an appointment to be there. Who are you being? Adam, where are you? Ooh, life. Life is a question. Where are you in terms of your dreams? Where are you in terms of your talents, abilities? Where are you in terms of your vision of yourself and what you thought you would be doing? Where are you? Life is a question. And how I live my life is the answer. Oh, oh God. Oh God. Oh, thank you. And he came to himself. Thank you. For this Damascus experience, for bringing me to myself. Oh God. I've been asleep, but now I'm awake. Oh God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. You have something special. You have greatness in you. The thinking that has brought you this far has created this life that you now have. Change your thinking, as Wayne Dyer would say, and you change your life. Step out of line. Most people die living a misplaced life, as Darren Benzie would say. You were born to be joyful, healthy, have relationships that appreciate and value you, loving relationships, and to make your life a daring adventure. You deserve to be happy. Be with that. That's my message today. I'm looking for a few people who are ready to tell their story. What you have gone through and what you have survived will be a guide for someone that's going through it now or dealing with what you went through now, and help them to navigate this thing called life. Yes, you Your story needs to be heard because somebody hearing it say, whoa, hold it. Wow. If he overcame that, whoa. She went through that and she came through that. Oh, I want to know, what did she do? Where did you go within yourself to create an escape plan? What did you do to get the courage to walk away from a job that no longer was you? You were underpaid and you worked just hard enough to keep them from firing you. And they paid you just enough to keep you from quitting. But you decided one day, I've had enough. And you didn't even have anything waiting on you. And you decided to leap and grow your wings on the way down. How did you get that courage? I want to know. How did you create something out of nothing? I want to know. What did you do? How did you plan an exit from your abuser who said, hey, you got 7 children here. Nobody gonna want you with 7 children. You trapped with me now. How did you pull your kids together and say, the hell with you, I'm out of here, and plan your escape? How'd you do that? How did you not feel that your situation was hopeless, that nobody else would want you with 7 children? You're overweight now. You no longer got your sexy. You're older now. How did you get through the thoughts that he's taken my best years from me? He's right. Nobody wants me. How did you come to the place where you said to yourself, but I want me. Nobody else might love me, but I love me enough to get away from this devil. What a mighty God we serve. Look at God. Look at me now. Oh, behave, whatever. I want you to put voice in the comment section. Put voice in the comment section and understand and know that the best is yet to come. Understand and know that this is your time. Put voice in the comment section. Or just text me voice and let me know that you'd like for me to train you how to use your power voice, how to tell your story, how to move your life from where it is now to where you want to go financially and earn more money through the safety and comfort of your home, virtually on your computer, because we've gone from brick and mortar to click and order. Put voice in the comment section. You have something special. You have greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This has been Les Brown, Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. Bye for now.